Hey, what's going on? How are y'all doing today? I wanted to do a video that's unlike a video I've ever done before. We're gonna do like a list video. This is a list of some of my favorite movies, some movies that have notable mention because I liked them at one point, but I don't really resonate with them anymore. I don't really like them. They're a little toxic. Some movies I used to like and they make me angry now. And there's some that I really liked as a kid and I just don't really like it as much. But then there's some movies that I have liked all my life. All my life. So I just wanted to talk about these movies. There is a whole lot of movies that I have listed. I don't really have any horror movies written down. However, I think that can be a list on its own. And there's a few comedies right here, but again, that's probably another list of its own because there are so many comedy movies that I do enjoy. There are so many horror movies that I do enjoy. These are just some movies of all kinds of different genres that I just keep going back to. So what we're going to talk about first is the notable mentions. So these movies are just a couple of movies that put me in a toxic mind frame. Those movies are Almost Famous, Blow, 13, Girl Interrupted, and Party Monster. Great movies. Love them each on their own. They are all standalone films. They are great, but sometimes when I watch them, it reminds me of another time in my life. I am in recovery. Some of those things I don't need to see. Some other mentions that are on the notable mentions are movies that just really make me angry now when I try and watch them, but I think they're important. I think they're kind of, you watch it once, maybe twice. You really don't need to watch it more than that. Some of these movies I have watched a lot when I was younger, a lot more than once or twice, but now I feel like I can't watch them. And that is Bully, River's Edge, Mean Creek, The Good Son, and May. Those movies kind of just make me angry. Like, I just want to... So that's our notable mentions. All of them are great movies. It's just I can't really watch too many of them. Now what we're going to go ahead and jump into is some of the movies that aren't really my favorite movies, but they still should be mentioned because I just really loved them when I was a kid. It helped to form my opinion on, I guess, cinema and theater and all that stuff. These movies I loved watching when I was a kid. I will watch it again if the opportunity arises, but I might not throw it on unless I'm really feeling like watching that movie. So those movies are Troop Beverly Hills. Love that movie. I just recently watched it. Love it so much. Problem Child 1 and 2. I think there was a third and maybe even a fourth one. I did not like those. I liked 1 and 2. Look Who's Talking. I think 1, 2, and 3 I enjoyed. Kindergarten Cop. Twins. Throw Mama from the Train, The Wizard of Oz, Willy Wonka, the original, and also Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Bedknobs and Broomsticks. I think that's everything that I have right here. Probably also Jumanji and Hook need to be on this list. So those are the mentions of some of my childhood favorite movies. Now we're going to go on to some of my favorite movies, some of which are kids movies. It's just if they're kids movies, it's because I've liked them for so long. Actually, let's start with the cartoons. Some of my favorite cartoons in all of existence is The Brave Little Toaster. What is the one with Chauncey Clare? Rock-a-Doodle. I have them written down here. Hercules. That Hercules is my absolute favorite animated Disney movie ever. Okay. Robin Hood, Sword in the Stone, both, I think Robin Hood 73, Sword in the Stone, I don't know, the 60s. I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember when they were released, but those are, I love those. Jetsons, the movie, the one with like spuddly sprockets and they were like moving or whatever. I think it came out in like 91 or 92. Love the movie. It's so great. Tiny Toon Adventures, How I Spent My Vacation. That's like top 3 movie for me, or cartoon movie at least. It's so good. I love it. Kiki's Delivery Service. The Little Mermaid, not the Disney one though, the 1975 anime, The Little Mermaid, where the main character is named Marina. Oh, I love that. That movie 8. Oh, it's so good. Fern Gully. Did I say Brave Little Toaster? Did I say Brave Little Toaster? If I did, sorry. I really liked it as a kid, so we'll just add it again, Brave Little Toaster. And then some young adult movies is what we're going to next. Some movies that I can still, all of these movies that I'm now listing are movies I'm always down to watch. I'll watch it, sure. Let's go, let's go. These are the young adult movies in my list of favorites. Under Wraps from 1997. That is my absolute favorite Disney Channel original movie. I think it's one of the first Disney Channel original movies, if I'm not mistaken. It's a cinematic masterpiece. Okay, I love Under Wraps. I can watch that every month. Every month I can watch that. Another young audience or whatever movie that I really like is Flight of the Navigator. Flight of the Navigator. You'll find a theme with a few of the movies. For some reason, I really like movies where it's like there's time travel, or you're trying to get back in time, or just you gotta go back to change things. I don't know why or what resonates so much with that theme with me, but it does. I love the little time travel and we gotta go back, we gotta go fix it, like from Lost. Oh my goodness, my voice is a little raspy today. I don't know why, it's a little raspy. 13 Going on 30 is another like young audience movie. I think it's like PG-13 or something. I'm not sure. I don't remember. The Labyrinth. Super Mario Brothers, the one from like the late 80s, early 90s. I don't remember. I think it's early 90s, like 90, 91, something like that. With John Leguizamo and the guy from Roger Rabbit. I can't think of his name. I'm so sorry. But that Super Mario Brothers, I absolutely loved it. I loved it. I still love it. I have it on DVD. Delicious. Another one is the Ace Ventura franchise. What would it be called? I don't even know. How many were there? I know of 2. Ace Ventura, Nature Calls, and then Ace Ventura, The Pet Detective. I think that was the first one, and then Nature Calls was the second one, I think. Return to Oz, Napoleon Dynamite, unironically. I love Napoleon Dynamite. Little Miss Sunshine. I don't know if this should be on this list or if this should just be on another list. As in just favorite movies, not necessarily the young adult movies, but George of the Jungle. I love George of the Jungle. Yes, with Brendan Fraser. Yes, absolutely. Yes, that is Tarzan. There is no other Tarzan. There is no other Tarzan. Okay. Now we're going to move on to the comedies that I really like, and they are some of my favorite movies, okay? The first one that we are going to list is my absolute favorite, and that's Tropic Thunder. And then coming in next, and if I had to rank these, I would say this is number 1, Tropic Thunder, and number 2 is That's My Boy. That's My Boy is hilarious. So hilarious. So, some other comedy movies that are really enjoyable are Friday, of course, the first one, the second one, the third one, all great. Grandma's Boy, hilarious stoner comedy. Wayne's World, kind of a burnout comedy, also really good. Idiocracy, the greatest documentary of all time. Way to go, Mike Judge. Way to go, way to go. Office Space, another one. Mwah, 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 mwah. Way to go, way to go. I love it. Weekend at Bernie's, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Weird Science, amazing. Oh, delicious. Just about anything Monty Python. Absolutely adore Monty Python. Oh, delicious. Mwah, mwah. This bed is no more. It has ceased to be. I love it. Clerks, or just about anything Kevin Smith, to be honest. Dogma, Mallrats, Jay and Silent Bob, any of them. Clerks, all of them. Yes, absolutely. Spaceballs, Mel Brooks, anything he touches, absolute gold in comedy. Absolute gold. Mel Brooks is just, yes, please. Okay, so I'm really excited. While I'm literally in the middle of editing this video and all the things, they announced Spaceballs 2, 2027, baby. Mel Brooks and Kevin Smith and Mike Judge are like three of my favorite comedy creators. The hot chick, love it. It's me, Jessica. Absolutely love it. Pineapple Express, Little Shop of Horrors, and another comedy that I absolutely love is The Wedding Singer. It's probably my favorite Adam Sandler movie. Quite honestly. I don't know why. I'm just thinking about it. 'Cause it all was both. It was a fucking joke. Pretty please. Love it. It's amazing. Bill and Ted. All three of them. Even the new one. It was great. The Cable Guy. I remember watching it when I was younger. I like it more now because it has a young Jack Black, right? I'm pretty sure Jack Black's in it. And it also has Boswick? Matthew Broderick? I don't know his name. The guy from Ferris Bueller. And Stepford Wives. Ooh, Stepford Wives. That's not on this list, but maybe it should be. And now we're getting into my favorite movies. I don't know why I just wanted to talk about all these movies. I just did. I'm reading a lot right now. And some of the books I'm reading are from my favorite movies. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to list them all down. No particular order whatsoever. And we're going to start first with Brokeback Mountain. Love Brokeback Mountain. Jake Gyllenhaal. Heath Ledger. Yes. Okay. Donnie Darko. I always say that's my favorite romance movie. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Requiem for a Dream, The Butterfly Effect, Pay It Forward, Twister. Let me tell you about Twister. When I was younger, I really thought I was going to be a little tornado chaser. Whenever the weather was bad, I would go outside and be like, we're hunting tornadoes. Fast Times at Ridgemont High, The Breakfast Club, Easy Rider, Dennis Hopper, Jack Nicholson, the other guy, I can't think of his name right now. Oh, beautiful movie. Speaking of Jack Nicholson, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. That is another one. Absolutely phenomenal. It's further down on the list, but we're just going to mention it now. I'm going to get all crazy over here. Okay. In Dreams. Robert Downey Jr. in Dreams, 1999 or 2000. Amazing. It's dark, but it is a good movie. Waterworld. Absolutely. Yes, thank you. Menace to Society. Yes, please. A Clockwork Orange. Absolutely. I'm reading the book right now. There's like one part that I hate, but everything else is great. I love it. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Yes, coming back with Kevin Costner because Waterworld and then Robin Hood. Yes. Tremors. Kevin Bacon. Pink Floyd The Wall. Let me talk about Pink Floyd The Wall for just a second. Absolutely love Pink Floyd. Love Pink Floyd The Wall. Pink Floyd The Wall is a little weird feeling though, because I think Roger Waters kind of took inspiration from his own life for some of the storyline, and then inspiration from this fictional character that he created for the rest of the storyline. And it's not as cohesive as I would like it to be, but it's still a great film. It's just sometimes I feel like some of it is true to life story, like his story from when he was younger, and then some of it is just kind of this inflated egomaniac type person, which in a way it could be just how he sees himself. But still, like, it's something just, I love it. And the more I watch it, the more I love it. And I've loved that movie for like as long as I can remember. I've just always loved it. I just feel as though some of it, it's like a false storyline meshing with like a realistic, true to life storyline. And it's just not as cohesive as I think it could be. I don't know, but that's just my own uneducated opinion. Anyways, back to the list. The next one on here is Deja Vu with Denzel Washington and the late, great Val Kilmer. Let me tell you about this. When they blew up that big explosion of the ferry within like the first 10 minutes of the movie, I'm thinking, it's been a while since I watched it. I lived like a mile from where they did that stunt. And let me tell you, they really blew up something in the middle of the river that was not CGI. It really was a... And it rattled houses that were really close to it, and it made almost everyone go outside like, what was that? I don't know if we didn't get the memo that they were filming and it was going to be a loud explosion or what, but it was a loud explosion and a lot of us were like, what the heck was that? Oh my goodness. I don't know if we just didn't get the memo because we were young, but I don't know. Everyone went outside like, what was that? Even the grown-ups. So maybe they didn't like read the newspaper either, but I don't know. We felt unaware and unprepared and just basically like we didn't know it was going to happen until it happened. And then I think it was mentioned later on in the night on the news that like, oh, they tested or they did something for this film or a film, yada yada yada. Overboard, Goldie Hawn, Kurt Russell, and the Banger Sisters. I believe the Banger Sisters is also Goldie Hawn and Susan Sarandon. I don't know. Someone's cutting the grass. My neighbor's cutting the grass. Oops, sorry. Dirty Dancing, but Havana Nights. The original one's good, but I really enjoyed Havana Nights. I have Cuban family, so when I saw the representation, I was like, yes, yes, yes. The movie Ghost. Let me just talk about that for a second. Those little shadow creatures, or whatever you want to call them, ghosts, they freaked me out when I was a child, and they still freak me out. Great movie, great movie. They just give me the ick. Monster with Christina Ricci and Charlize Theron. The Matrix. The first one. The other ones are okay. They're good, but they don't belong in this list, in my opinion. This is my favorite movies, okay? So the first Matrix. Single White Female. And Fool's Gold I want to talk about a little bit. It's on this list, but I've only seen it one time. But it was with someone who is no longer here on this earth with us. So I'm putting it as a favorite because I remember enjoying it. But I don't think I'm ever going to watch it again. I just kind of want to save that moment and leave it be as is. So, yeah. Anyways. Welcome to the Dollhouse. I think 1995, 96 was when that was released. It's a lovely yet haunting portrayal of adolescence and coming of age. And another one which can also kind of be classified as the same thing. It's haunting, it's lovely, it's about coming of age. But LIE, Long Island Expressway. Look, me and my friend had a sleepover, and my mom and dad let us rent movies, and we picked that one. But before we could watch it, my mom was like, wait, this is rated, whatever, it's rated, I can't, let me watch it first and see. And she watched it, and she was like, yeah, I don't think it's that bad, it's something that needs to be talked about, blah, blah, blah. So we watched it. If you don't know anything about LIE, I'm sorry, it talks about inappropriate relationships between an older gentleman and a young boy. It talks about, I guess, molestation. It talks about a few things that are definitely considered taboo. But my mom watched it and was like, no, it's fine. Y'all can watch it. It's okay. And I'm glad that she let us watch it because it's one of my favorite movies. It's a dark, somewhat slow yet riveting film about just growing up and dealing with things that sometimes we're forced to deal with in our adolescent years. And I feel like this one should be on the list because I absolutely do really enjoy it. I just recently watched it and I remember being like, wow, I don't remember it being so dark like this. But the number 23. The number 23. Yes. I absolutely love that movie. And I guess going on the theme of Jim Carrey and Mike Myers, I also really loved So I Married an Axe Murderer. And that's with Mike Myers. It's so great. I love it so much. What's another one? And I think this is wrapping up the list because this isn't anything I had written down. The Birdcage and Death Becomes Her. I think I'm thinking of those two together because they were on a tape when I was younger that my mom recorded. Like they were both on the same tape. But they were both really good. Okay, really good. So Robin Williams is in The Birdcage, so that's another theme. I do like a lot of Robin Williams films. I didn't put Mrs. Doubtfire on this list, but I do absolutely adore Mrs. Doubtfire. But I watched it a lot as a kid, but I wouldn't necessarily consider it like a favorite. I did enjoy it. It was a favorite of mine as a kid, but not so much that I still watch it. I would watch it, but it's not something I've ever put on. I guess it should be on this list. Yes, Mrs. Doubtfire. I love it. Mwah. Beautiful. I just remember, oh man, the dad was like a voice actor. It was so cool. Mrs. Doubtfire. Yeah, it should be on this list. I did watch it a lot growing up, so it's one of my favorites. It doesn't have to be Halloween for me to watch it at all. Another one that I shouldn't have watched when I was younger, but me and my cousin used to watch it all the time together. The Rocky Horror Picture Show. I've been knowing how to do the time warp since I was like 6 years old. Yeah, one of my favorites, but definitely something I should not have been watching when I was younger. But I turned out pretty good. I turned out pretty fine if you ask me. I mean, there's been a little bumps in the road, but who doesn't have bumps in the road? You know what I mean? So that's everything for this video. I do think I might do a couple more videos like this with different movies or TV shows or just things in the media or cinema that I enjoy. Maybe even some things that I don't enjoy, even though I don't like talking about things I don't enjoy. Why would anyone want to talk about that? I mean, hello. I know that I can make an entire video of all the comedies I enjoy. I can probably make another 2 videos of my sci-fi films that I enjoy and the thriller films I enjoy. And then I can probably make a total of 3 or 4 videos talking about all the crime and mafia movies that I enjoy. Hopefully, the more of these I make, the better I get at editing them, because this is a whole new thing. I've never attempted something like this, but hey, we'll just learn from here, won't we? But even though I wasn't able to take all of these and rank them, because that seemed like a very daunting task, I can probably rate my favorite horror films and my favorite comedy movies. Comedy might be a little up there, but it's probably not as much as what I just talked about. Some of these movies I really enjoy more than others. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind has got to be like my top movie. It's so good. Not gonna lie. If I can Eternal Sunshine a few people out of my mind and it'd be spotless after, I would. I totally would. I'm not even gonna lie. Requiem for a Dream is another one. It's so good. It's heartbreaking, but it's also very good. Donnie Darko is, I call it my favorite romance movie. It's not really a romance. It's, I think, suspense and thriller is what it's categorized as. But the love story in that movie, mwah, so delicious. I love it. I love it. It's, I can cry thinking about it right now. Tremors, I watched that so much growing up. It's like one of my favorite thrillers. So some of these movies I do enjoy a whole lot more than others, but all of them listed here, I would say are some of my top watched, most rewatched movies in existence. So, I guess I just like cinema. I like film. I like watching different movies that move you from the inside. You know what I mean? So that's everything for this video. This is the first video that I have done in this, I guess, format. I'm not 100% sure. It's just a different direction than what I have previously done on this channel. And I kind of like it. I have tried to just share what I like, basically. Just be what I want to see on the internet. You know, they say be the change you want to see in the world. And my main thing is I just want to share the things I like. That's like the whole thing. I just want to share all the things I like. The reason I created this channel, if you look, my second video ever, like that's the reason this channel was created. But then I was like, well, it doesn't have to only be that. It can be more than just that. And that's what we're doing here. I'm just sharing what I like, hoping to inspire others or just make other people smile or forget about all of the horrible things going on for just a smidgen of time and, you know, maybe consider it escapist television. Who knows? But that's everything. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Full stop. Can't believe I live in your thoughts. I think about you all the time, morning, evening, and midnight. Such a wonderful day.